Hello, Barmy Badger Army.
Hey, Badger Army.
Welcome to the On the Bench Christmas Special. Huzzah!
There's no snow in the background and I can't actually see any Christmas trees around, but, you know, it's less than a week till Christmas.
We didn't film this in August, honest. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the new Star Wars film. We're going to be talking about Christmas cracker jokes, and we are going to be talking about lots of other bits and pieces, such as a safety guide for when you're out on the office party. Right, here we go, Nick. What would you like to talk about first, darling?
Oh, I don't know. Should we talk about Star Wars? Because
Let's talk about Star Wars. Yes, indeed. So Star Wars is out today. Rise of the Skywalker, I believe. Is that what it's called, Nick?
The Rise of Skywalker, yes.
I'll be going to see this on Saturday with Badger Jr. and my good buddy.
Good luck avoiding all spoilers until then.
I know, good luck avoiding spoilers. So if anyone tells me any spoilers in the comments, instant ban.
Are you going with it? Who is you say you were going with?
I'm going with Badger Jr. and my friend. Indeed, which should be lots of fun indeed. So I'm really looking forward to that. We do actually have an annual Christmas cinema trip. Last year we went to see, of course, Spider-Verse, and the year before that it was something else. I think I can't remember what it was.
Last Jedi?
It might have been Last Jedi last year, yeah. So no, the year before, and then it was Spider-Verse last year, and of course another Star Wars this year. So it's a pretty good mix. So I'm looking forward to that. Obviously the hype is going to be insane for The Last Jedi. Hopefully it will round off the 6 films, I believe, quite nicely, because I believe this
Everest
is
of expectations.
I know, because this is apparently the ending of the Skywalker films. So this is the end of the original storyline, supposedly, isn't it, Nick?
Apparently, yes. It's been called many things up until this point, and there's loads of. I mean, I remember when the trailer first came out, and there was talk of like, "Ooh, who's that laughing in the background?" You know, so there's all that kind of speculation. So far, the critics have been a bit average about it. Which is probably better than absolutely hating it.
Well, this is true. I mean, if you look at films like Venom, and of course films like Suicide Squad, and there's other examples, the critics absolutely hate them, but the audiences thought it was gold. So you can never really rely on the critics. Critics said that Venom was a total waste of time and a load of old tosh, and same with Suicide Squad. They were like, it's bland, drivel, has nothing to do with the comic books, but the audience went in droves. So it was fantastic.
So
really.
yeah, there is talk of a Venom 2 coming out next year.
There is.
Although there hasn't been any talk of a Suicide Squad sequel.
Oh, there has.
Has there?
Yeah, they're doing a soft reboot.
Reboot. Not quite the same as a sequel, but hey.
No, but you know what I mean. Soft reboot. So it's sort of, it goes, oh yeah, time travel wibble, this didn't happen, but this happened still. So, they're changing it up. It's all to do with trying to blur out Jared Leto's Joker, because it was crap.
And there you have it.
But yes, back to Star Wars. So, what films have you seen Star Wars-wise, Nick?
I've watched some of the original films many, many years ago. Didn't have a clue what was going on. If I watched them now, I probably also wouldn't have a clue what was going on.
No one really knows.
I don't have a sci-fi brain.
Don't you? See, no one really knows what's going on. I just go, ooh, look, that's pretty, and there's lots of action scenes.
I think that's really all they're aiming for. They're saying like visually it looks very impressive. But
doesn't make an ounce of sense though.
Yeah.
It's about as much sense as Baby Yoda. Do. But yes, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be loads of fun. It's going to be hopefully a really good popcorn film. Me and Badger Jr. will be probably scoffing loads of sweets and things like that, and having loads of fun, getting hyper in the cinema.
Good for you.
It's going to be really good fun and a nice Christmas treat. Obviously, it's going to be hilarious. I'm really looking forward to it. And like we were saying, it's going to be a closure to the original storylines, which is going to be fantastic.
Where are they going to go from here?
Supposedly, they are going to follow some of the books. And I believe that probably a good thing.
Yes,
as long as they take the right source material, it'll be fine. And apparently he wants to build a new universe around the idea. So that's going to be interesting. And the beauty of Star Wars is that the locations and the different planets and things like that can change. And obviously, as we know with the previous Star Wars films, the economy does take a big part of it. And that was why in episode 1 everything was very affluent, very rich. There was lots of different ships and lots of different mechanical things and lots of money in there. And then obviously as the years passed, I'm guessing that the planets went into recession, and that's why everything broke, etc., etc. That's probably the easiest version. So it depends, depending on the economic climate of the planet, that depends on how they're going to tell the story, I believe.
Okay.
So that could be interesting. Right, now let's move on to our elf and safety guide to Christmas.
Have you
parties.
Have you had your office party this year? Do you find that there's certain things that you have to be aware of? I mean, it all depends on the kind of environment that you're working in.
Most definitely.
I think. There's always one person who drinks too much. Don't be that person.
Make sure, I'm going to tell you this one. Obviously, this is old school stuff, but for every pint or for every alcoholic beverage you have a glass of water.
Good idea.
Most definitely. Try to avoid trip hazards.
Yes.
And try to avoid that silly person that's chugging down a litre of cider. Getting in their way will not be a good idea.
Indeed. And also make sure that you aren't the one getting a lift home from this person.
That's right. That's true.
To me one year.
Yes. Also try to make sure you arrange cabs and things like that appropriately.
Absolutely. I think the thing is, it's try and avoid talking about work too much and letting off too much steam
That's
about
right.
work.
Because you never know, when you're drunk, you do say some silly things, and then after Christmas, it can bite you on the proverbial.
It can, yes. So, and also, sometimes things like that can often just bring the atmosphere down.
Exactly. You want to
It's
try
supposed to be a kind of a good feeling. I mean, you kind of thinking, I think a lot of people, they were just like, let's not discuss work at all. And then they're realising, what else can we actually talk about? It's like, but,
try and talk about the positive aspects of your workplace.
Indeed.
Rather than negative things that may have happened.
And try and find out a bit about each other and kind of like things that you do outside of work.
Exactly.
Because ultimately, we all have things that we get up to outside of work. So
that's right.
That's a good opportunity to learn more about it. You can make the informal atmosphere really work in your favour.
That's right. So there you have it. That's a very interesting tip, Nicholas. So what else should we talk about today, my man?
What else were we going to say? We mentioned cracker jokes.
Cracker jokes, yes.
Yes.
So do you remember those really lame jokes that you used to get, Nick? They're terrible.
I've forgotten most of them now, purposefully.
Yes, some of them are really pants, but I do love them. They're really fun. I think that some of my favourite ones are just the ones that are really bad. I really like the ones that make no sense as well. They're just stupid. They really are, and I love the fact that they make no sense at all, and you're like, what? And it takes you a while to get the hang of it. What about, have you got some examples of a cracker joke for us, Nick?
Why did the boy take a car to school?
I don't know. Why did the boy take a car to school?
To drive Miss up the wall.
That's terrible, Nicholas.
How do you put a baby astronaut to sleep?
I don't know. How do you put a baby astronaut to sleep?
Rock it.
Of course, there's my all-time favourite. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why did the what cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Is it something about the other side?
Yeah, to get to the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of obvious answer jokes.
Yeah.
Where you catch out the other person. That is the most famous example of an obvious one.
Doctor, I feel like a pair of curtains.
Pull yourself together, man.
Exactly.
The absolute worst call and response joke there is.
Most of it.
Is
Absolute
this.
pants.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Doctor.
Doctor Who.
You just said it. It doesn't even have a proper punchline. That was one of the first punchline. That was one of the first jokes I ever heard. And you know, I was still like, I still couldn't get it. I couldn't get it back then.
No, me neither. Also, here's another one for you.
Never ever use that joke anywhere.
No, here's another one for you. What do you call a one-eyed dinosaur? Do you think he saw us?
Do you think he saw us?
Terrible, but funny.
Yeah.
Very, very punny. Please don't forget to, of course, share your really cheesy Christmas jokes with us in the comments. And I really hope you enjoyed this rather chilled, relaxed episode of On the Bench. Next year, we'll be talking more about all the different topics that you love. And, of course, I'll be bringing back the interesting segment where we let you guys decide what we talk about.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun because that went off really well last time.
Indeed, and nobody asked us to talk about politics.
Whew. Nobody asked us to talk about politics. Indeed.
Don't ask us to talk about politics.
And Death of Rats, just in case you're wondering, Death of Rats did actually ask us to talk about why do men pick playing as women in video games, and we will be doing that topic in the new year. We've ran out of time just now, but we will definitely be doing that topic in the new year, and that is going to probably be a whole episode, so that'd be fun, won't it? And
I'll start working on my research now.
And I'll also be talking about the new Outlast game in a solo vlog at some point as well, and we'll be doing lots of other bits and pieces, and my man Nick will be doing another travel vlog for you guys before
Another
Christmas.
travel vlog coming very soon, which I've sent it to him, which he'll stick up sometime.
Exactly.
And also there will be a travel video Christmas special as well.
Ooh.
On hopefully Christmas Eve.
So there you go then. I will try and get that in. If not, it'll be early Christmas Day, which will be insane, won't it? So anyway, I need to go, and so does Nick. So goodbye from the Badger.
And goodbye from the other one.
Indeed. Makes no sense. Thanks very much for watching, and a big thank you to all of your support this year. We really appreciate the views and the help and the love. So thank you very much, guys. You're awesome.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 Nick. Have you been a good boy?
What do you think?
No. Bye.